Hello, welcome back. In the last video, we learned about events and loops and made our sprite work automatically and respond to key press event. In this video, we are going to learn about making decisions using conditionals and operators. Let's dive in. Alright, so if you open Scratch on your browser or on your computer and go to Control, you see this if then and if then else statements. These are conditionals in Sprite that we can use to make decisions. So I'm going to go to event. As we all know, we need an event to trigger our code and drag in this when flag click. And go back to control and drag this if then block and snap it to the event at the top. Now you can see that there's a space here. So we're going to put in an operator into this space. So I'm going to go to operator and we're just going to do a very simple math or logic to learn about operators and how it works with conditional. So I'm going to take this greater than block and drag it to my code area. And I'm going to put 2 in here. So if I click on this operator, you see it's showing false because 2 is not greater than 50. So I'm going to zoom in and just click again. So you see it's false because 2 is not greater than 50. So I'm going to snap this operator inside this space on the if then block. And then I'm going to go to loops and say, let's do say hello for 2 seconds. So if 2 is greater than 50, we want to say hello for 2 seconds. So I'm going to click the flag and you notice it says nothing because 2 is not greater than 50. But when I put 55 is greater than 50. So if I click on the flag right now, you see it's going to say hello for 2 seconds because our condition is true. So this is how we make decisions in programming or in Scratch using if statements and operators. So now that we have seen it in action, let's have a proper definition of what a conditional statement is and what an operator is. A conditional is a statement that allows our Scratch program to make decisions based on whether a condition is true or false. And operators are blocks in Scratch used for performing calculations and logic operations. Now, let's see more of operators and conditionals in action. Alright, so this time I'm going to go back to control and drag in the if then else block. So I'm going to use another event. This time I'm going to use the space if press event. And then I'm going to go to operator. And I want to talk about the and or operator and the not operator because they are very important. We have seen the greater than operator and there is also a less than operator and we also have an equal to operator which work the same. But the and or and not operator works a little bit different. So let's talk about the and operator first. So if I drag the and operator here and I say if, so I'm going to put this here and say 50. So if 50 equals to 50, right? And if 2 greater than 50. So if we click on this, if it's going to give us false. Now the way the AND operator works is that the 2 conditions inside has to be true for it to evaluate to true. So I'm going to say 55 greater than 50. And if I click on this now, we're going to get true because 50 is equals to 50 and 55 is greater than 50. So if I put this here and I'm going to go to my loops, let's just do something and say true for 2 seconds Else, if this condition is not true, so if this condition here is not true, we want to say false for 2 seconds. So we are going to say false. So I'm going to click on space, and it says true because it's actually true. But if I change my 50 to, let's say, 40, 40 is not equals to 50. So if I click on space, it's going to say false. So the way this if then else statement works is that it's going to run the first block if the condition is true, else run the second block if the condition is false. Now let's go back to operator and let's look at this OR block. The OR block is the opposite of the AND block. The AND block works when the two condition is true, but the OR block is going to work when one of the condition is true. So I'm going to drag this and just put here, and drag this and put here. So notice that 40 is not equals to 50, but 55 is greater than 50. If I click this, it's going to evaluate to true because one of the condition is true. And so if I put this here and then click space, it's going to say true. Let's remove this and let's put not. So the not operator checks if something is not true. So we are going to say if not 40 equals to 50, say true, else say false. So it's going to say true because 40 is not truly equals to 50. And we also have other operators for addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. And we are going to see all of this in action in our next project and as we go on. The reason why I'm taking my time to talk about operators and conditionals in this video is because in our next video, we will be building a functional calculator, and the functionality of our app will heavily rely on conditionals and operators. Now, let's look at the key takeaways. Conditionals are statements that allow a Scratch program to make decisions based on true or false conditions. Operators are blocks used for performing calculations and logic, while conditionals and operators work together to help us create powerful and interactive programs. In the next video, we are going to build a fully functional calculator and you don't want to miss it. If you find the videos on this channel very helpful, I want you to subscribe, leave a like on this video, and turn on your notification bell so that you don't miss any updates we post here on this channel. See you in the next video.